Hey everyone, it's Mike Stogsdill with the Outdoor Gear Report. You know, a friend of mine, he is the producer for the American Outdoorsman. And he was going over some old footage. He came across something he thought I might find interesting, and I did. It's Fred Ramsey, several years back, visiting with Joe Beasley of Perfect Calls. They have a kit where you can build your own mouth call. I think you might find it interesting, so take a look at what they're going to be talking about, and maybe during February or January or March, before we get into turkey season, maybe you could go ahead and build some of your own mouth calls. Take a look at this.
First, what we do is we just remove the clamps off the jig here. We have the pre-cut latex strips. There's 4 different widths. You take the number 1 width, which is the widest. You lay it down in the jig first. You lay the number 2 on top of that, and so on. They're spaced by 1/16 of an inch, so you just lay one right on top of the other, and that gives you your automatic spacing there on your reeds.
Wow,
and,
too easy.
Yeah, then you just clamp it down on the left side, and come over here and clamp it on the right side. And what you want to start out, you want to have them reeds laid straight in there. This is our stretching pin. We'll just screw that into place. And this is how we control the tension on the reed. You can put as much tension on there as you want.
Now, more tension gives me higher yelp?
Higher pitch yelp.
Okay.
A little less tension will give you more rasp. The cuts will give you more rasp. Some people like a key cutter, they'll run it all the way down. I like to run it all the way down and gauge it. I'll back it off a quarter or a half turn. That way I can gauge it every time the same, so I got the same call every time.
Consistency.
Yeah, that's the key.
There we go.
After we have the tension created, then we just slip the pre-bent aluminum frame right up under there, bend that shut. Then we just take this little dowel, which comes in the kit, and your hammer, and you just put a sharp bend right on there.
This is too simple.
After that point, we put this little 6-penny nail in there with the kit too, and what you're going to do with it is just create a dimple all the way around the arc of that frame there, and what that does is put a bite on that latex, so it won't ever slip out on you when you go do some hard cutting or something. It's just bit down real tight there, and it just won't go anywhere.
So you just dent this around. That basically is to hold the latex.
Right.
That's all that amounts
just throws a burr down through there and holds it in there good.
So
and
now
tight.
we've got our latex set the way we like it. Now we've got it in here with dent. Now what's the next step?
Okay, next thing you just bend this little tab over, just like so. And then after you do that, you take your little dowel again, give it another wrap. Now you're ready to remove it out of the jig.
Well, this is too easy.
It's very simple.
I thought it would, you know, the last thing I thought about was building my own turkey calls. And I always thought it was some art or science to it, you know, but this is actually pretty simple. It's fun, isn't it?
You can experiment around, and you can come up with your own sound is the good thing about it. After you pull it out of the jig, you just take your scissors and trim off that excess latex around there. Just like so. Then we have this pre-cut tape right here. You just fold it right across these little notches right here. Pull the center out, discard that. And we also put this little card in there to help you apply the tape.
And so you just turn it like this, the end of the tape, huh?
Sticky side up.
Card. Okay.
And then you just contact the edge of that frame right into that crease. Just like so. And once you've done that, you just fold that card shut, and you've got your call done. Other than the cuts that you want to put in the call, to, you know, like I said, you can put a varying amount of tension or cuts in there to.
Look at that. That looks better than the real McCoy.
Well, sure.
You know, maybe I ought to give this a whirl. You think?
Sure.
Think I ought to? Let me try this thing. Gotta get soaked up a little. Boy, for just popping in my mouth, that is phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, Joe, thank you.
Well, thank you.
You're not getting this back. Not that you'd want it.
No, you can have that one.
So what'd you think about that video? Good footage, wasn't it? I tell you what, if you like that, go ahead and reply back to us and let us know what you think. Have you made your own mouth call? Let us know that too. Until next time, I'm Mike Stogsdill with the Outdoor Gear Report. We'll see you in the field.